Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So glad you could join me. So today I wanted to do a video, but it's not going to be like a chatty one. I'm actually going to be doing like a voiceover, but I wanted to come in and do my introduction first. And it's just going to be products that some of them you may have seen on my channel before. I love doing these type of videos where I'm reusing some products, but then I've also have purchased some new products, so I incorporate those into the makeup look. And some of them are, after I've done this look now, I was quite surprised by it. So if you're wondering what products I used and what ones I reused, then let's get into the video. So I first went in with my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim eyebrow pencil, and I have this in the shade Medium Brown. So I've already pre-done my eyebrows. Next we're going in with primer. So I'm just using the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and it feels like forever since I've tried this primer, but it's a really excellent one. And the formulation is quite velvety feeling. It just sinks right into my fine lines on my forehead, which I really like. And then it's really blurs out the pores that are around my nose area, just in the cheek area. And it just blends so beautifully. So this is one of my favorite primers. I haven't used it, like I said, in a long time, so I wanted to use it today. Next we're going in with a new product for me. This is the Nars Tinted Glow Booster, and I have this in the shade Light Kalvoya, but it's such pretty packaging. I love the Nars products. And I'm just going to take a little dab of this because I've been using it all week as sort of to enhance my foundation. That's the Infallible L'Oreal I'm going to be using today in the shade 430. So I'm just going to mix the two together. And I find it just gave me such a beautiful glow. I'm just mixing them with my L'Oreal sponge. But it gives a beautiful color, and the finish afterwards, I couldn't believe what a difference it made. It would be so beautiful in the summertime, as just actually to wear it by itself, the Nars product, it would just be so beautiful. So I'm just blending it all in, but it illuminates your face so nicely. And if you're looking for a really nice foundation, I really like the L'Oreal Infallible, just because it's very lightweight, but it's breathable. And you can also build it up if you need to, which I do on occasion, but yeah, it's a great foundation. So everything blended in really nicely. I was very impressed. And then next I'm going to go in with concealer. So I'm just using the Infallible L'Oreal. And I haven't used this really a lot just because I did find it quite drying under my eye area. So I did put a little bit of primer, and we'll see if it does that still that drying effect, but I'm just putting it in where the darkest pigmentation is. I don't want to use a lot of this concealer under my eye. And I'm just going to use my fingertips to blend it all in. I find that that makes a difference with the warmth of your finger. It seems to blend things in really nicely. And I'm going to use a little bit to highlight. It's not, the color that I have is in the shade Bisque. It's not a lighter concealer, but there is different shade ranges that you can get in this one. And I'm going to use that same concealer and just prime my eyelids a little bit for the eyeshadow that we're going to be putting on. And that's just going to help your eyeshadow stay on longer throughout the day. So for powder today, I'm just going in with my Marcelle Luminous face powder, and I have this in the shade Translucent Radiance. This is one of my favorite powders. It just gives you, again, a nice little glow because I do want to have a bit of a glowy look today. And it doesn't really settle into my fine lines and make me like really dry or cakey looking. So I really love the formulation of this powder. And I'm going to just put a little bit under my eyes too to set that. So today we're going to go in with the Latte 2 palette again. Love this palette. And we're going to go in with the beige shade. It's like a tan beige shade. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. But I love how these blend in. Gorgeous color. And she does such a nice job with all of her eyeshadow palettes. This was the first one that I was given, so it's so beautiful. Next we're going to go in with the like a white, like almost like a cream colored shade. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on I wanted a different color on my shades, so. And we're gonna go in with this green one. I know, I was so excited to try this green one out. I was hoping I wasn't gonna look like a clown today because I have never used like these type of colors before. So, but you know what? I was so surprised at how it turned out. It's so beautiful. And I just want to put it right into my crease area. And I want to darken it up a little bit, so I'm going in with the lighter brown version of this, of a matte color. And I'm just going to put that right on the corner of my eye, just to deepen the eye area up a little bit. And next I'm going to mix those two shades together. And I just want to put them under my eyes, and I always have to have some sort of color under my eyes. That's just me. Some people can go without having color under their eye and it looks quite nice, but I just prefer some color under my eye. Next we're going to go in with Jess, my friend Jess. She sent this in the package with the eyeshadow that she sent me. So this is a L'Oreal eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner, but it's a gold shade, and I was like, I have to try this because this is going to look such such a cool look. And what I liked about it is because it's not like a bold black. You can kind of play around with the color, and you know, your line doesn't have to be exact. Like with a black eyeliner, a liquid especially, you have to be so exact or you can really tell if you've made a mistake. But this one, yeah, you could play with it. So I really liked it. It was so beautiful, and it went on so nicely. And then I'm just going to use my L'Oreal Infallible. I have this in the shade Nude Beige, and I just want to put that on my waterline. Again, I wanted to just have a brighter eye look today. Next, we're going in with a new mascara. This is the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift, and I guess they've come out with a new formula. But yeah, I wanted to give this a try, and I absolutely love the wand. It was such a unique looking wand. But yeah, it definitely gave my eyes volume, and it kind of looked like I was wearing false lashes after I put it on. I was quite surprised. So that was just one coat that I put on there. So really nice mascara. So both eyes are done there. We're gonna go in with now the Maybelline City Bronzer, and I have this in the shade 200. I love this bronzer. It's just such a nice tan shade, not too muddy looking. And I always make sure that I always start off on my cheek area, and then I kind of run it along my forehead and come down on the other side. But yeah, this is such a nice bronzer. So I'm trying out a new blush today. This is the Maybelline Cheek Heat, and I have this in the shade Nude Burn, but it's such, again, I've never used really like a gel cream blush before. So I didn't know how, it says it's quite pigmented, so I just wanted to start off with a tiny little bit. And then I wanted to just blend it in with my finger. You can use a brush if you wanted to, but I just, again, wanted to try it with my fingertips. And it blended quite nicely. Again, keep in mind, I do have some hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, so sometimes it is a bit harder to see the blush. But yeah, it blended in so nicely. So I will definitely be using this again, and it doesn't settle into your fine lines, which they always recommend for mature women. You should try and stick to creams if you can, but I know, I still like my powders. But I think it turned out really nicely. Next, we're gonna go in with, this is the Kaleido Cosmetics Muse Skin. It's a Pearl Illuminator, and this was one of those things that Jess sent me out as well in her little package. And I wanted to try it with just my fingertip. You can apply it with a brush, but I wanted to see kind of how it looked with just my fingertip. And instead of just using like a regular highlighter, but it was so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And it was nice and subtle. It wasn't like a blinding highlight. So yeah, I thank Jess for that. That was such a nice little product. And I always make sure I highlight my nose area and also on my Cupid's bow. And I like to always give my eyes a little bit of color. So I always do the inside of my eyes on the, and also under my brow bone, just to give it a little bit of highlighting there. Next, we're going in with my Clarins. This is my lip liner, and I have this in the shade Nude Fair, but I'm loving this lip liner. It's very velvety when it goes on, very soft, and it doesn't tug on your lips a lot, which was really nice. And of course, I love the color because I love nude shades, so This has become one of my favorites, but I try and use it sparingly because it's a little bit more expensive than my usual NYX one. And next we're going in with my L'Oreal. You know I love my J.Lo. This is the shade 370 Jennifer's Nude. And this, I'm going to mix it with another lipstick today. But this is such a beautiful nude shade. Absolutely love it. And then to top that off, I'm going to use the Maybelline. This is Baddest Beige. Again, one of my favorites. But I like this one because you don't need to have a gloss with it. It does the work for you. So if you're looking for a good lipstick, this is the one. So this is the completed look. I'm actually quite happy of how it turned out. It's quite out of my comfort zone, and especially with the green and the gold eyeliner, it actually kind of is giving me like a bit of a 70s vibe to it. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how it turned out. I hope you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye.